Are your friends truly your friends? Or are they just using you? We all want meaningful connections, but not everyone we call a friend has our best interests at heart. Some people are only there when it's easy, while others subtly undermine us or take advantage of our kindness. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, understood the importance of true friendship. They taught that real friends help us grow in virtue, while fake friends drain our energy and distract us from what truly matters. In this video, we'll break down 7 signs of fake friends, the red flags to watch for, and how Stoicism can help you cultivate stronger, more authentic relationships. Let's dive in. Number 1, they only support you when it's convenient. Friendships, at their core, are about mutual support, trust, and respect. A genuine friendship is built on the idea that no matter what, both individuals will stand by one another, offering help, encouragement, and compassion in times of need. Unfortunately, in the modern world, many people struggle to form relationships based on these ideals. It's easy to spot a fake friend when they only show support when it's convenient for them, or when there's something in it for them. These relationships are transactional rather than rooted in shared values and care. In a modern context, we often witness this type of behavior in social circles, especially when people's motivations are driven by superficial desires like status, money, or attention. A fake friend might cheer you on when things are going well, perhaps during a moment of public success, but when you hit a rough patch, they're nowhere to be found. They may not make time for you when you're struggling with personal issues, health problems, or emotional setbacks. This is a clear sign that their friendship is based on what you can provide for them, rather than on genuine affection or mutual respect. The Stoic philosophy, as articulated by Marcus Aurelius, provides valuable insight into the nature of true support. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This quote encourages us to be lenient and understanding with others, but to hold ourselves to high standards of conduct. When we apply this wisdom to the context of friendships, it teaches us that we should give others the benefit of the doubt in their actions. But we also must not lower our own expectations for loyalty, consistency, and virtue. A Stoic, then, would recognize that true friendship isn't about convenience. It's about mutual responsibility, support, and character. A true friend stands by you, not just when things are easy, but when the road is difficult and uncertain. A person who only supports you when it benefits them is not a friend, but rather someone using the relationship as a means to an end. They may appear friendly when they see an opportunity for social validation, for example, but when that validation is no longer available, they fade into the background. Their lack of commitment is the mark of someone who treats the relationship as a transaction rather than a bond of trust. As a modern Stoic, you must cultivate a higher standard for the friendships you invest in. This means surrounding yourself with people who are not afraid to offer help and guidance during your lowest points. True friends will reach out during the most challenging times, not because they can gain something from you, but because they care about your well-being and growth. These friends will not measure their support based on whether it's easy or convenient. Instead, they will offer their help simply because it is the virtuous thing to do. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of not relying on external validation or support. It's natural to seek companionship and reassurance, but a Stoic friend understands that our inner strength and self-reliance are far more important than external validation. They won't expect their friends to be perfect, but they will demand honesty, integrity, and commitment to the friendship. Stoicism reminds us that while human connection is important, it is our own internal virtues, resilience, patience, and self-control, that should be the foundation of our peace of mind. Fake friends fail to see the importance of virtue and instead focus on short-term benefits. In building true, meaningful friendships, you must learn to identify those who show up when you need them most and distinguish them from those who show up only when it's easy. The Stoic practice of self-reflection will help you recognize the value of friends who demonstrate consistent support, even when there's no immediate benefit to them. These friendships will be based on the shared understanding that true support isn't transactional. It's an expression of virtuous love and loyalty. Number 2, they celebrate your failures. When you experience setbacks in life, your friends should be your greatest allies, offering encouragement and support, not gloating or celebrating your failures. However, in our modern world, it's not uncommon to encounter people who derive pleasure from seeing others fail. They may not directly wish you harm, but there's something satisfying to them about your shortcomings. These individuals are often driven by jealousy, insecurity, or a sense of competition. In some cases, their happiness is rooted in the belief that your failure somehow elevates their own position or confirms their superiority. From a Stoic perspective, this behavior is troubling because it runs counter to the Stoic principles of virtue and human connection. Marcus Aurelius, in his Reflections, advises, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This teaching encourages us to respond to negativity and harm with integrity and composure, rather than sinking to the level of those who wish us harm. If someone celebrates your failure, a Stoic would advise you not to respond with anger or retaliation, but instead to maintain your focus on what you can control, your own responses, thoughts, and actions. Stoicism teaches that we should never allow the opinions or actions of others to disturb our inner peace. While it is painful to witness someone celebrate our failure, the Stoic recognizes that this is an external event outside of their control. Rather than allowing this behavior to affect their mood or outlook, a Stoic remains composed and focuses on learning from the experience. They don't seek revenge or validation from others. They focus on their own growth and development. When faced with a person who celebrates your failures, a Stoic would understand that this person's actions are driven by their own weaknesses, insecurities, and flaws. This knowledge allows the Stoic to feel compassion rather than anger toward them. A true friend, according to Stoicism, does not celebrate your failures, but instead stands by you and helps you overcome them. When you stumble, a true friend is there to offer constructive feedback, share wisdom, and help you see your situation from a more balanced perspective. Rather than finding satisfaction in your misfortune, they genuinely want to see you grow and succeed. In this way, true friendships are based on mutual respect, and a shared commitment to each other's well-being. In the Stoic view, we are all in this life together, and the success or failure of one should not be a source of joy or sorrow for another. Rather, we should support one another, particularly during times of hardship, because we recognize that every person has their own struggles and challenges. By helping others during their moments of failure, we reinforce the values of compassion, kindness, and empathy, all of which are integral to a Stoic life. This creates a network of mutual support and trust, where no one is happy to see another person falter. In modern relationships, it's essential to cultivate awareness of people who may revel in your misfortune. They may hide behind a facade of friendship, but their true nature is revealed when you face adversity. A true friend does not see failure as an opportunity to feel superior or bask in your discomfort. Instead, they see it as a moment to help you learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. As a Stoic, you must surround yourself with people who share these values and recognize when someone is simply seeking to undermine you in order to elevate themselves. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that our worth is not defined by the opinions or reactions of others. We are in control of how we view ourselves and our failures. While it is natural to feel hurt when others celebrate your setbacks, the Stoic response is to remain focused on your own growth, to learn from the experience, and to understand that those who celebrate your failure are only revealing their own inner weaknesses. By cultivating a sense of self-worth rooted in virtue rather than in external validation, we can maintain our peace of mind and rise above the negativity of others. Number 3. They make you doubt your worth. One of the most insidious traits of a fake friend is their ability to make you doubt your self-worth. While true friends uplift and support you, fake friends often subtly undermine your confidence, often through criticism, masked as helpful advice, passive-aggressive comments, or simply by making you feel inferior in comparison to others. These people thrive on creating insecurity and planting seeds of doubt, perhaps because their own sense of self-worth is fragile and dependent on diminishing others. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius offers timeless wisdom on the matter. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This profound statement serves as a reminder that our self-worth is not dependent on the opinions of others, but on the way we think about ourselves. In Stoicism, the focus is placed on cultivating a sense of inner contentment and self-sufficiency, rather than relying on external validation. A fake friend who consistently makes you feel inferior is often someone who lacks the emotional maturity to celebrate your achievements or support your personal growth. Instead, they may inadvertently or intentionally diminish your successes by pointing out flaws, comparing you to others, or making you feel inadequate. In these situations, the Stoic response is clear. We must recognize that other people's judgments cannot define us. Our worth is not dependent on external validation, but on our own character and actions. As a modern Stoic, it's essential to acknowledge that while criticism and feedback can be valuable for personal growth, it should never be used to manipulate or control. A true friend who has your best interests at heart will offer constructive criticism in a way that encourages growth, not self-doubt. They will never try to diminish your worth in the process. Conversely, a fake friend might use advice or suggestions to subtly attack your confidence and push you to question your abilities. They may say things like, "Are you sure that's a good idea? I don't think you're cut out for that." Or, "You've tried before and it didn't work. Why bother again?" This type of comment undermines your confidence, causing you to second-guess your decisions and abilities. In such circumstances, Stoicism encourages us to practice self-reflection and focus on what we can control. Our thoughts and reactions to others' opinions are the only things that we truly have power over. It's important to remember that in Stoic philosophy, our sense of worth should not come from external validation, but from within, by embodying virtue, wisdom, courage, and justice in our actions and decisions. To combat self-doubt, a Stoic would practice the concept of memento mori, the practice of remembering mortality. Life is short, and we don't have the time to waste on people who do not lift us up. By focusing on what is truly important and valuable, such as personal growth, ethical behavior, and the pursuit of wisdom, we can detach ourselves from harmful external influences. If a friend consistently makes us feel unworthy or inadequate, it's important to evaluate the relationship. A true friend helps you become the best version of yourself, not the version that conforms to their limited perception of your potential. By developing the inner strength to rise above the judgments of others, we can protect ourselves from toxic relationships and build connections with people who inspire and encourage us. A modern Stoic should aim to cultivate a mindset that values inner peace and self-acceptance over the approval of others. Number 4. They disappear when you need them most. There's nothing more revealing about the authenticity of a friendship than how someone reacts in times of crisis or need. Fake friends often show up when things are going well, but are nowhere to be found when you face difficulties or challenges. Their absence during difficult times is a clear sign that they were never truly invested in the friendship in the first place. True friends, on the other hand, remain steadfast in their support, even when it is inconvenient or when there is nothing to gain from helping you. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, provides valuable insight on this issue. No man is free who is not master of himself. While this quote primarily speaks to the importance of self-control and discipline, it can also be applied to our relationships. A person who is not master of themselves is likely to be a fair-weather friend, appearing only when times are easy and disappearing when things get tough. A true friend is someone who stands by you regardless of the circumstances. They don't abandon you in times of trouble because their sense of duty and loyalty to you is rooted in virtue, not in convenience. The nature of human relationships is such that we all experience moments of vulnerability and hardship. These challenges can range from personal crises like the loss of a loved one to professional setbacks or even periods of emotional distress. In these moments, it becomes clear who your true friends are, those who offer help, listen without judgment, and provide emotional support without expecting anything in return. A fake friend, however, will often disappear when you need them most. They might avoid you, make excuses, or fail to offer meaningful support when it would matter most. A Stoic would argue that in times of difficulty, the value of a friendship lies not in the ease of the relationship, but in the strength of the connection. Stoicism teaches that we should approach relationships with the understanding that challenges are inevitable. True friends are not those who only celebrate your successes, but those who walk with you through the struggles, offering help, empathy, and perspective. If a friend vanishes when you are in need, it's important to recognize that this is not a reflection of your worth, but rather of their character. A Stoic would remind you that we cannot control others' actions, only our response to them. If someone chooses not to show up for you in times of need, it is up to you to decide whether this relationship is worth maintaining. In Stoicism, we focus on what we can control, our own virtues and actions. By cultivating relationships with those who demonstrate loyalty and resilience, we reinforce the Stoic principle that we should seek to live in accordance with virtue and justice. When a friend abandons you in times of crisis, it is a chance to reflect on your own values and actions. Stoicism teaches that we should not seek to retaliate or react out of anger, but instead focus on maintaining our own integrity and character. The true measure of friendship is found not in moments of convenience, but in moments of difficulty. The friends who show up for you during hard times are the ones who truly understand the value of genuine connection. Number 5, they are always trying to change you. A fake friend may often push you to be someone you're not, whether it's altering your values, changing the way you dress, or molding your personality to fit their expectations. Instead of accepting you for who you are, they try to transform you into a version of yourself that aligns with their needs or desires. This can be a subtle manipulation, as they might claim they're trying to help you improve, but in reality, their behavior reveals an attempt to control or mold you to fit into their own worldview. Epictetus reminds us, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This quote speaks directly to the idea of authenticity. Stoicism teaches us to embody our values and principles, not to alter them based on the pressures or expectations of others. If a friend is constantly telling you to change your behavior, opinions, or beliefs to fit their vision of what you should be, it's a clear indication that they are not respecting your autonomy or your authentic self. They are trying to impose their will upon you, rather than accepting you for who you are. A true friend appreciates you for who you are, with all your strengths, flaws, and unique qualities. They don't pressure you to change, but instead support your growth as an individual. They understand that real friendship is about mutual respect and understanding, not about controlling or manipulating the other person. In contrast, a fake friend may push you to change in ways that are not in alignment with your values or who you want to become. They may say things like, "You should stop doing that, it's not cool," or "If you really want to be successful, you need to change your approach." While feedback and suggestions can be valuable in certain contexts, the key difference is that a true friend will encourage you to grow in ways that are true to your values and identity, not in ways that benefit them. Stoicism teaches that the path to inner peace and wisdom lies in understanding and accepting who we are. By living authentically and embodying our personal philosophy, we find peace and fulfillment. In relationships, this means surrounding ourselves with people who accept us for who we are, rather than those who seek to change us. Fake friends may see your authenticity as a threat or an obstacle to their own comfort. A modern Stoic would recommend setting boundaries in these relationships and refusing to let others mold you into something you are not. True friendship is about mutual respect and acceptance, and any attempt to change who you are for the benefit of others should be a clear warning sign. Number 6, they take advantage of your kindness. One of the most challenging aspects of relationships is recognizing when your kindness is being taken for granted. A true friend values your generosity and reciprocates it, while a fake friend exploits your goodwill for their own benefit, often without any intention of returning the favor. These individuals may continuously ask for your help, support, or attention, but never offer the same in return. They may expect you to always be there for them, but offer little in terms of emotional or practical support when you need it. In Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This powerful reminder emphasizes the importance of acting with integrity and virtue without expecting anything in return. When we act from a place of kindness and generosity, it is not because we are seeking recognition or repayment. We act out of the genuine desire to help others and to live in alignment with our values. However, when a friend takes advantage of this kindness, it becomes clear that they are not interested in mutual respect or reciprocity. Instead, they view the relationship as an opportunity for personal gain. A fake friend will often exploit your kindness by continuously seeking your help or taking advantage of your resources, whether it's your time, energy, or emotional support. They may always seem to need a favor or request your attention, but never offer to help you in return. Over time, this can lead to feelings of resentment and exhaustion as you realize that you are giving far more than you are receiving. While kindness is a virtue in Stoicism, it should never be taken for granted or abused. The Stoic response to this dynamic is to recognize the imbalance and take steps to protect your emotional energy. A modern Stoic would recommend setting boundaries in such relationships and ensuring that you are not being exploited. Stoicism teaches us that we are responsible for how we choose to spend our time and energy, and we should not allow others to deplete us by demanding more than we are willing or able to give. While it is important to be generous and kind, Stoicism also stresses the importance of balance and justice in all things. A true friend will not only accept your kindness, but will also offer support and care when you are in need. Reciprocity is key in any healthy relationship. The Stoic should focus on cultivating friendships with those who respect and honor the natural flow of give and take, not those who continuously take advantage without ever giving back. By recognizing when our kindness is being exploited, we can protect our emotional well-being and foster relationships that are built on mutual respect and support. Stoicism encourages us to act with integrity, but it also teaches us to be wise in our interactions, ensuring that we are not taken for granted or manipulated by those who do not share our values. Number 7, they only care about what you can do for them. The most transactional of friendships are often the most hollow. Fake friends are typically only interested in what they can gain from the relationship, whether it's emotional support, financial assistance, or social leverage. They view you as a tool to fulfill their own needs rather than as a person to be valued for your own intrinsic qualities. When you no longer serve their purposes or fail to provide what they want, they may quickly lose interest or abandon the relationship altogether. Stoicism teaches us to focus on cultivating relationships based on virtue, not utility. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advises, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." This quote encourages us to live with purpose and intention, free from the need to impress or serve others in ways that are superficial or self-serving. In relationships, this means that we should seek connections based on shared values, not based on what others can offer us in return. Fake friends who only care about what you can do for them often demonstrate a lack of empathy and respect for you as an individual. They may reach out when they need something, but disappear once they have what they wanted. When they no longer see a benefit in the relationship, they may drift away without a second thought. These individuals view the relationship through the lens of self-interest, rather than through a lens of mutual respect and genuine care. A modern Stoic would advise that we should not engage in relationships that are purely transactional. True friendships are built on shared experiences, mutual growth, and a commitment to each other's well-being. In Stoic terms, a friend is someone who helps us live in accordance with virtue and whose company allows us to grow stronger in wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. A fake friend, on the other hand, uses the relationship as a means to an end, caring little for the true essence of the connection. It's important to recognize these transactional dynamics early and assess whether the relationship is truly adding value to your life. A Stoic perspective encourages us to focus on cultivating friendships with those who value us for who we are, not for what we can provide for them. We should not seek to manipulate or control others for personal gain, and we should avoid those who do the same to us. By surrounding ourselves with people who genuinely care for our well-being, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of building relationships grounded in virtue, not utility. In a world that often prioritizes convenience, surface-level interactions, and self-interest, it is more important than ever to discern between genuine friends and those who may be fake or opportunistic. Stoic wisdom offers us invaluable guidance in navigating relationships with clarity, integrity, and self-awareness. By applying the Stoic principles of virtue, wisdom, and resilience, we can identify the signs of fake friends and build deeper, more meaningful connections with those who share our values. From recognizing when people only support us when it's convenient, to understanding when they take advantage of our kindness, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions, responses, and values. A true friend is someone who supports us in both good times and bad, who values us for who we are, and who is committed to mutual growth. In contrast, a fake friend is someone who uses us for their own gain, makes us doubt our worth, or abandons us when we need them most. By living in alignment with Stoic principles, we can protect ourselves from toxic relationships and cultivate friendships based on respect, reciprocity, and shared values. Remember that, as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If we focus on maintaining our inner peace and clarity, and if we choose to surround ourselves with individuals who uplift and challenge us in meaningful ways, we can create relationships that nourish our minds, hearts, and souls. Ultimately, the Stoic approach to friendship teaches us to be discerning, to act with integrity, and to invest our energy into relationships that are truly reciprocal and grounded in virtue. By doing so, we create a circle of friends who support us in becoming the best versions of ourselves, friends who are as committed to our well-being as we are to theirs. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it to spread the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future videos on Stoic living and personal growth. Thank you for watching, and I wish you strength on your journey.